So here is the Lexar 1667x UHS-II SD card. This is the 128GB model. So like I said before, this is a UHS-II card. I mean, you have the two sets of contacts here, and the benefits that gives you is you just get much faster read and write speeds, as you can see, up to 128 megabytes per second write and up to 250 megabytes per second read. Now this is extremely useful if you've got a professional, like high-end camera, like I've got here, like the Canon R7, which records 4K video and large raw file photos with a very fast continuous shooting mode. Now, these UHS-II cards are only really necessary if your camera actually supports them and can make use of the extra speed. Otherwise, there's not much point in getting them. But yeah, for me, they're incredibly useful, and I've done a lot of testing since I've got this. I've shot a lot of photos in the burst mode to see how quickly it clears the shutter, and I've also done a lot of 4K video filming, and in both instances it's worked smoothly. It's been more than fast enough to handle what I need, and yeah, they've just been great cards. So I can show you, as you see, if I put this in my Canon R7, like this, put it into video mode. So if this is filming in 4K 25 FPS in C-Log3, which is 10-bit video, and as you can see, it's got about an hour and 35 minutes of recording. And again, that's out of a 128GB SD card. Now for photo mode, I can do a test and show you how quickly it clears the buffer. So on my Canon R7, my buffer seems, well, it's showing about 31 photos, but that should be in a RAW. And yeah, you can see how quickly it clears the buffer. So, as you can see, it's not the fastest in the world. I'm sure other SD cards would be a lot faster, but it only took a few seconds to fully clear that buffer, allowing me to start shooting again at full speed. So really, it's pretty good, and I know definitely compared to standard SD cards, which aren't UHS-II, it's just a lot faster. So yeah, I'll say that these are great budget SD cards, especially considering the price, which I think I paid about just under £30 for this. Yeah, decent amount of storage, and yeah, highly recommend these if you're on a budget.
This is a review for the Lexar SD card V60. I've bought over 20 of these from Amazon over the last few years. I've had the 64GB, 128GB, and also the 256GB cards. I use the 128GB card typically for weddings, where one card will last me all day, where I'm taking up to 2,500 photos. The photos are also raw images, which are quite big files. And I use the 256GB cards for videoing, so the video files tend to be much bigger, hence the bigger size required. I film in 4K at 30 frames per second typically, but also I can go up to 120 frames per second again in 4K, and also 10-bit colour. So that all just really means that it's pretty demanding on any SD card, and the Lexar SD cards cope absolutely fine with all of that. Even though I put two cards in each camera, so one as a backup, these cards have never let me down. They've been totally reliable, and these are cards that I've bought from Amazon, so highly recommended.